Scholars, it's Miss Sam reading with you from the Copper Queen Library Annex in San Jose. We are in our final week of our summer reading program, and this week's theme is Imagine Your Party. So in light of that, we are going to be reading Possum's Harvest Moon, both written and illustrated by Anne Hunter. This story is about a possum who wants to have one final party before winter starts. But before we get into that, I was hoping that you would stand up and do a little dance party with me. How does that sound? Good, good. Now, have you ever done freeze dance before? Okay, well, if you haven't, the rules are I'm going to play the music, and when I say dance and the music plays, we dance, and then when I say freeze and the music stops, we freeze, right? Yes, so let's have a little bit of a practice, okay? So if you're not standing yet, please stand up, okay? And get a little loose, maybe shake a little bit, and let's start the music. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Good job, good job. Did I get you? All right, do you want to practice again? Or I have another rule. Let's start with our new rule, okay? So now it's the same thing happens, okay? When I play the music, we'll dance, and when the music is not playing, we freeze, okay? But this time we're gonna have two different kinds of music. One of the songs is going to be fast, and one of the songs is going to be slow. Okay, so when the fast music comes on, we dance fast, and when the slow music comes on, we dance slow. Okay, so would you like to try? All right, let's start. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Dance. Freeze. Good job. Did you like that? That was silly, right? All right. Now we've gotten a lot of exercise. Why don't we sit back down on the ground and we'll do just a little bit of breathing, okay? So once you found your comfortable spot, make sure it's very comfortable and you're in a good position. You can use your hands and follow along, but we're going to take a deep breath in all the way to our belly buttons. And exhale through our mouth. Inhale, exhale. All right, we're going to try and inhale for as long as we can. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Now let's do one more to round it off. Inhale. Exhale. Good job, guys. Thank you for dancing with me and for breathing with me. I think now that we are all relaxed, well, first we had our energy, but now that we're relaxed, it's time to start our book. So let's begin. Possum's Harvest Moon, Words and Pictures by Ann Hunter. Possum awoke one autumn evening. Shining through the grass was the biggest, brightest, yellowest moon. "Oh," said Possum, "the harvest moon! What a perfect night for a party. One last dance in the moonlight before the long winter. A harvest soiree." Possum hung the grass with lanterns and berries. Then he hurried off to invite his guests. "Mice, mice," Possum cried at the meadow's edge. "Come to my harvest moon party." "We must gather seeds for the winter," said the mice. "We are too busy to come to your party." Next, Possum peered into a pile of leaves. "Come out, crickets. Hop along to my party under the bright harvest moon." "We are tired from singing all summer," said the crickets. "The night air is too cold now, and this leaf pile is so snug." Looks like they're all using leaves as blankets. Down by the creek, Possum found Raccoon catching fish. "Dry your hands, old Raccoon, and come to the last hurrah of the year." "Oh, I would," growled Raccoon, "but I must be good and fat for the long winter. So much to eat, so little time." Is anybody coming to his party? Possum followed the creek to the pond. "Frogs, frogs," Possum shouted. "Come sing and dance under the great, great moon. Come to my harvest soiree." "Too late, too late, too late," chorused the frogs. "It's time for us to go underground for the winter." Possum turned sadly toward home. He looked up to the twinkling sky. "Oh, fireflies, could you come to my party?" The fireflies twinkled silently back at him. Can you count the fireflies with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good counting. How could they work on such a beautiful night? Possum asked himself. How can they think of sleep in such moonlight? He put on his hat and sat alone, looking up at the great harvest moon. Those berries look delicious. The great harvest moon rose higher. It shone down through the grass and under the leaves. It made every tired and busy creature pause. It was a moon that made them dream of dancing, of eating, and singing. Toes twitched and voices hummed. How could they possibly miss Possum's harvest soiree? Raccoon rousted his crony Rabbit. The crickets invited their cousins, the katydids. The mice brought the moles, and the peepers hopped after the frogs. Looks like they were on their way. They hurried and scurried while the night was still young. Possum could hear squeaking and scampering from all directions. Do you see where Possum is? Right there, very good. And look, the frogs, they're all coming to him. And the guests arrived. They brought seeds and berries, fiddles and songs. All together they gazed up at the face of the great harvest moon.
Rabbit and Raccoon settled in down by the food. They nibbled and nodded. Never, never in all our years, they agreed, has the harvest moon been so bright. Nope, never. Looks like everybody's enjoying food. The mice danced until the crickets played every jig twice, and the frogs grew hoarse from singing. The fireflies' lights flickered and dimmed. A cool breeze ruffled over the tired creatures as the moon sank low. It was time to go home. Home to dens and nests, holes and burrows. Time for winter's long sleep. Good night, squeaked the mice. Great party, chirped the crickets. Until next spring, growled old Raccoon. Farewell, piped the frogs. See you next year, said Possum. He waved until every last guest was gone. Then Possum curled up in his own snug home. He looked out to see the last light of the great moon peeking through the grass. Good night, yawned Possum. Good night. The end.
Thank you for reading with me today, scholars. I hope you enjoyed our story and our dance party. If you did, please give this video a like, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel for more literacy content. I hope you have a lovely week, scholars, and until next time, happy reading.